Hey, what is up everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look at HBAR, which is currently up 5%. The entire market has started to see a rebound as we head into Monday. Now we're going to go through exactly where I think it will be going today and this week, but before we do that, I just want to ask you guys to check out the Discord down below, because we have been crushing it in there day in and day out. Over the weekend we had some insane trades, so yeah, make sure you check out so you can be copying those every single day just like us. Now HBAR is up 5% as we said. It had a slow weekend, just sort of consolidated around. It didn't really move too much. Now it's actually seeing a very good candle to the upside, and the next targets we have is to like 26 cents, which is going to be roughly another 9% move up. Now if you're watching the videos previously on HBAR, then you will know that we have entries set right here for buying and potential longs, so that's going to be roughly 17% for us. With leverage we're looking at like nearly 400% profit, so yeah, not too bad at all. Now if we go into the lower time frame here and I just move that along, you'll see that we had started to develop this sort of flag pennant, and we're actually about to break out of it, something like this. So now we're looking to break out. Our trade isn't actually based on this pennant, so even if the pennant is valid and we do come back down, then it would just come back down to our entry, and we can look for more dollar cost average entries right here. But regardless, this is usually quite a bullish signal, and usually means that we're able to break out from here and push to the next resistance, which is actually right here at 26 cents, if we're avoiding the 24.5 cent resistance. Otherwise we're going to be looking for something like this to happen, where we completely avoid that pennant and we have equal highs, and we want to break above those highs and come up here and start this as a new support, so we can actually head to like 26.5 cents where our first take profit is. Now the reason this may not happen is because, as we talked about on the previous videos, usually what crypto has been doing, and Bitcoin in particular, is you'll see it run up like this just before the stock market open. So this is all on Thursday, for example, and Friday, where we see a huge run up, and then stock market opens at 2:30, so right here, and we just instantly dump. Which, if that happens today, then we'll use that as confluence going into tomorrow, and we can just use that as a trade where we look for shorts after the run up to the stock market open, and yeah, we can then just look to close, like it happened on Thursday here as well. Huge run up, stock market open, dump. So this has been happening for Thursday, Friday. Did it happen on Wednesday? Yeah, not as much, but it happened on Wednesday as well. So we're going to be watching for that. It might happen, and we've already started that initial run up, so that's what we're going to be waiting and watching for. Now the main thing to keep in mind of is, alts are up like 5% today. Bitcoin is only up 1%, so dominance is clearly coming down slightly. But when that does happen, dominance will most likely be soaring, so it might be better to actually short a few alts rather than BTC itself, simply because alts will fall more percent and you'll be able to make more profit. So that's what we're going to be watching for. I'd highly recommend you keep your eyes on that as well, just in case you want to use it as a trade. It will be interesting to see whether that was happening as well. It actually was. So right here on Friday we had the same thing, run up, and then right here was the top, and when the stock market opened, huge sell-off. Even like it's been happening practically every day, so definitely going to be keeping an eye on that. I might even enter some smaller entry shorts just as a precursor, just so we don't miss out, and if it happens, then tomorrow we'll just enter slightly heavier. So that's what we're going to be watching for. And on HBAR, what that would look like is probably a run up to this resistance right here. It's like 24.5 cents, and then the sell off. If we look back to Friday when this happened, it was the exact same thing. Huge run up, crash. Thursday when it happened, huge run up, crash. So it looks like it can happen exactly the same. The only issue might be with that resistance is if we just use the previous sort of period, we went from this support level, which was like an 8% move up, and now if we go from right where our low is, we're already like 10% up. So it might just be this high that we're targeting, but we'll see. Stock market opens at 2:30 UK time, so we still have quite a few hours to go until then, and we can plan our trade more accordingly. Now with dominance, this will depend on how much altcoins fall. So if we go into a slightly higher time frame, it's just sort of topping out right now. The way we can tell is that it's not been it was the weekend, so it's quite hard to tell, but even on the weekly, you can see huge wick, small candle. So now we should see a reversal. Hopefully this candle does go red this week and we may be flushed down, but today if we are entering those shorts, then we're going to be hoping for a little push up more, and then obviously the downward spiral afterwards. Yeah, just wanting to get to go as we want it to. The S&P, avoid the the mess. Let me see if I can, here we go. So the S&P is in a bullish flag. We went through this in yesterday's video or a few videos ago. So essentially we're just going to be waiting for it. I mean, it's already coming down, so maybe we wait for one more move down and then the breakout. But if we look previously to how it happened, then it was also on a red candle that we saw the breakout like this, where it just sort of gapped up the next day. So if that does happen, but regardless, even if it does happen, like, no, let's go on 4 hour here. On stock market open, we dumped on Friday, but on Thursday it was also a slight dump. Wednesday pump, but we still dumped on Bitcoin. So yeah, we usually do dump on Bitcoin regardless of how it opens. Obviously, if it opens red, then it'll just be more confluence for us and more reason for Bitcoin to drop also, which will be good for our shorts on HBAR, Bitcoin, and so on. So that's what we're going to be watching out for. Now back to HBAR we go. So with our long situation right now, we have set our stop losses to profits. So we're currently up, having to drag this all the way back down, but we're all the way up roughly 8%. I think it was 7%. So we're going to be setting our stop losses roughly to this wick low, which will give us 2% profit with leverage, roughly 40% profit. And yeah, if the trade does come back down and, you know, our shorts do enter, then we'll be set. Essentially, we'll have the profit from the short, the profit from the long, and yeah, it will just be a brilliant trade to start the week off on. Now, last week we actually did get a few very nice trades off. Again, they were all sent into the Discord, so if you're not inside, make sure you join up because we're crushing it in there, to be frank. Most members that join make their money back within their first trade. Now, other coins I'm going to be keeping an eye out for is going to be ETH. ETH is acting quite slow right now, not really performing with other alts, but regardless, this is a coin that BlackRock was heavily investing in over the course of last week, and they're actually down on their entries right now. So if we're able to enter now, then we're getting a better price for ETH than BlackRock was, which is quite funny to see. So yeah, definitely still at good entry levels. Solana, another one. It's actually performing okay considering that altcoins have been dropping quite significantly and just the altcoin craze has slightly been dying down. So yeah, it will be interesting to see how this continues to react. And when I say alts, I mean meme coins. Sorry, it's still very early, but yeah, we're gonna have to see how this reacts. And when the SEC does actually implement regulations on meme coins, it will be very interesting to see how Sol takes it. Might look for short opportunities or even selling opportunities. So yeah, that's what we're keeping an eye out for. AVAX actually performing quite okay, not really at any support level yet. We are looking to break above here on the 0.786 level. So if that does happen, then we could head to $32. Polkadot, quite good consecutive green candles, clearly a bit of buying going on, looking quite strong right now. Other coins, Render, also similar situation, slightly trending up, still not the most volume just because a lot of altcoins dropped, so people are buying other altcoins also. Fetch, slowly starting to come up, similar situation to Render and Dot. Sui actually is up 6% today, which is quite good to see. Again, looking for accumulations anywhere down here. Really good levels to be buying. XRP we talked about yesterday, slightly up, looks like it could continue soaring to maybe $2.58 today. Yeah, that's what we're keeping an eye out for. And obviously HBAR with the current trade and the potential short, not only on HBAR but on all of the altcoins and BTC. Now, if you did enjoy the video, please do make sure to like and subscribe. If you need a place to buy, sell or trade cryptocurrency for the lowest fees, the best sign up rewards, and then check out all the exchanges we're partnered up with down below. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye guys.